Hello students, let us today understand the very basic concepts in macroeconomic models. We are going to understand today what is the circular flow of national income. The circular flow of national income is very basic to macroeconomics. So what is the circular flow and who are the agents involved in the circular flow of national income? We are going to look at a 2 by 2 model, that is a 2-sector closed economy model, a 3-sector closed economy model, and we are also going to observe a 4-sector open economy model today. The circular flow of national income and expenditure explains the process that determines national income and national output simultaneously. In an economy, on the one side we have set of consumers who spend their income on goods and services which are produced by the production units. The production units are responsible for paying the factors of production in the form of wages, rent, interest and profit. This forms the income part of the factors of production. The functioning of the economy depends upon interaction between two types of agents. One is the firms and the other is the households. Now, whatever is the cost to the business units is supposed to be the income to the factor owners. An economy performs certain types of activities which enables it to function very smoothly. The important ones being production, exchange, consumption and distribution. Primarily, the households are supposed to be the owners of factors of production, namely land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. They are responsible to supply the services of these factors to the production units in order to produce goods and services. On the other side, we have the firms, which are the production units, and they are responsible for deciding what to produce, where to produce, how much to produce, and for whom to produce the goods and services by using the services which are provided by the factors of production from the household units. To begin with, let us understand a 2 by 2 model of the circular flow of income in an absolutely closed economy. In such an economy, there are only two sectors or agents operating. One is the firms and the other is the households. The households are supposed to be the owners of factors of production and they supply the factor services which flows from the households to the firms. These factors are responsible for producing the goods and services in the production units or in the firms, and in return the firms are going to award them with wages, rent, interest and profit in the form of payment made to the factors. In the diagram, it is seen that the lower part of the circle talks about the flow of factors of production and the flow of income to these factors of production. Similarly, the firms, who are the production units, are responsible for producing the goods and services and pushing these goods and services into the market. Once the goods reach the market, the households who have received payment from the firms are going to utilize this income or wages, rent, interest and profit to purchase the goods and services. And hence, in the diagram, we see that the upper side of the flow is the flow of goods and services, and that is how the money flows back to the firms in the form of payment made to the final goods and services purchased. Further now, let us understand the circular flow of income in a 3-sector model. In this model, we are going to add two important variables, namely savings and investment. That is, we incorporate the role of the financial market which was absent in the earlier 2 by 2 closed economy model. Savings is a leakage in the circular flow of income because it reduces the flow of income back to the firms and to the economy. However, the savings get injected back into the circular flow in the form of investment. The saving and investment flows between the households and the firms takes place through the financial market or through the financial sector, which is made up of either commercial banks, stock market, and non-banking financial institutions, as seen in the diagram. We see that households, if they save a certain amount of money, then that money returns back to the firms in the form of investments via the financial market. Finally, we look at the circular flow of income in a four-sector model. In other words, we are speaking about an open economy. The four-sector economy is an open economy where it deals with the rest of the world. For the sake of simplicity, we will assume that the households and the firms deal with the rest of the world, and both these sectors are involved in the exports and imports. The households export labor services and receive remittances. Similarly, the firms export goods and services, and they have either import payments or export earnings, which is denoted in this circular flow of national income. Similarly, the government also plays its role either by seeking revenue through taxation from the production units and the households, and gives it back to the households and the production units in the form of public expenditure or government spending. The four-sector model finally explains that if savings is equal to investment, government expenditure is equal to taxes, and if exports is equal to imports, then there will be equilibrium in all the sectors of the economy. This is the circular flow of income model.